The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run.
Hey.
The Love Boat promises something for everyone.
Yeah.
Set your mind on adventure.
Did you lose your dentures?
Huh? Thank you, too. Thank you, Ringo.
Thank you, biscuits.
Good biscuits.
Yeah, really. You know, sometimes I find biscuits can be a little too dry.
Now, Steve, sometimes I find your skin can be a little too dry.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hey, you did know that this is our Valentine's Day weekend special, right?
It is?
Why do you think I dress like this?
Well, I've seen your closet.
Look, I've been meaning to ask how your medical procedure went while we were on the break.
Out of commission. Out of commission for another 6 months.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, it's fine, really. I mean, just between us, I haven't even used it in, 2 years?
Oh, hey, did it need a
A
cast?
splint. David, it needed a splint on both sides.
Yeah. Does it hurt when you...
No, not so much. But unfortunately, I've got the 3 others, so...
Look, I'm sorry I didn't get over to visit, but, with the cost of gas going up and, what is it? It's like 6 miles from my house to the hospital.
I don't blame you. Gas is expensive. Oh, doctor told me that until the stitches come out, I'm not supposed to laugh either.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. I've read the script. Oh! Welcome to the Week in Review with the Chamber of Comedy. I'm Dave Hanwright.
And I'm Steve Burnett. And this week's review is brought to you by Maine Repertory Theater and Crispin Vondrell's Bald Eagle Hairpieces. If you have a bald eagle for a pet, that's illegal. But don't make your eagle any more ill from too much baldness. Get him or her a fanciful follicle bouffant from Crispin Vondrell's Bald Eagle Hairpieces, now offering extensions. Cupid?
Steve, keep those long johns on, America. With Groundhog Day still in our rear view mirror and Punxsutawney Phil having spotted his shadow, 6 more weeks of wintry weather are in the works.
In an effort to turn their own small towns into a touristy hotspot with gift shops, hotels, and themed restaurants, villages from coast to coast are lining up, eager to cash in with similar traditions.
For example, Newark, New Jersey boasts Rude Jude, the obnoxious bonnet-wearing dung beetle who pokes her head out of a pile of feral cat stools. And if she sees her shadow, there's 4 more weeks of abandoned stolen cars stranded on the Garden State Parkway.
Not to be outdone is Illinois Roy, the overly ambitious buck-toothed beaver who pops up from the Chicago River on St. Patty's Day and performs a little Irish jig, or is simply choking from all the green dye that's been dumped into the waterway. No one is really quite sure.
And finally, Sioux City Loretta, the sarcastic salmon who swims upstream every March. And if she falters and is snatched up by Thor, the local neighborhood grizzly, well, it means the end of Loretta. But so far, she's seen 7 years going strong.
And that's 7 years of t-shirts, snow globes, and eateries, dedicated to one saucy, sassy fish in Sioux City. Dave?
Steve, the thought of Loretta being snatched up by a grizzly, that's just hard to bear.
Stand strong, my friend. Stand strong.
The 55th Super Bowl has come and gone, and the Buccaneers from Tampa Bay outgunned the reigning champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, to bring home their 2nd title in the team's history.
Yes, for reasons far too confusing to understand, it's become increasingly difficult to grasp why 2 American football teams would play so hard to win a trophy named after a big band leader and his group of musicians from the Great White North.
Steve, I I think you're thinking of Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians. The Super Bowl trophy is named after Vince Lombardi, the legendary football coach from the Green Bay Packers, winners of the very first Super Bowl.
Well, then who gets the Guy Lombardo trophy, Dave?
I don't think there is such a thing, Steve.
Maybe it's time someone changed such an oversight, and maybe that someone, just maybe, could be us. We, of course, wish Mr. Lombardo and his Royal Canadians the very best of luck.
On a somewhat related note, with game MVP Tom Brady winning his 7th of 10 Super Bowl appearances at the tender age of 43, newly inspired older athletes everywhere are attempting a comeback with their own sports love. As 69-year-old Monica Dank returns to the Olympic balance beam, 74-year-old Rufus the Kneeler Priebus makes his triumphant return to the Geneva, Switzerland curling team. And octogenarian Razor Slim is back, galloping for the Providence Polo Club.
Oh, wow. Inspirational stories is really what we're all about here
right,
at the
Steve.
Chamber. And Dave, you've just inspired me to dab my eyes and, well, I'm going to read the next story. Lovers everywhere will be celebrating St. Valentine's Day this weekend. And while chocolates, flowers, and sacks of peppercorn are gifts that never lose their luster, our staff has compiled a few outside the gift box ideas for this year's couples.
For example, for pork lovers, Hams Across America will ship overnight at a reasonable price a 20-pound personalized ham carved in the likeness of your better half.
That's enough to make one squeal with delight. If your cuddle bucket enjoys drag racing, the first annual RuPaul 500 will be debuting at Daytona Speedway this weekend.
And finally, tell me who doesn't love hanging drywall.
I know I do.
Local home remodeling guru Granger LeGrunt will be offering free drywall hanging workshops for couples called Between the Sheets.
Hey, did someone say spackle spill?
Ew, no, Steve, no one said spackle spill.
I just thought, with between the... My apologies. And now, with a historically disturbing installation of things I learned the hard way, please don't ask me how. Here's Dave.
Thanks, Steve. While chaperoning a large group of senior citizens in Paris recently, and staying at a bed and breakfast that provided just one bathroom on each floor, I eventually learned, after 5 long days, that bidet is not French for drinking fountain. Steve?
A whole new take on wee wee.
Unfortunately. Thank you.
Just drink the whole bottle. Monday marks President's Day across this great country of ours, and everyone knows what that means.
We honor and pay tribute to all discount furniture outlets offering 20 to 30% off factory invoice prices.
Merry President's Day to one and all.
And now, with a personal note, here's Steve.
Thanks, Trevor. 3 years ago this very week, the world nearly lost a national treasure. Yes, it was February of 2018 that yours truly experienced a heart attack. I've talked about this maybe once or twice before, and I only repeat it now in case anyone forgot. I seek no sympathy, nor do I beg you to bear witness to the incredible recovery I've made. I bring this up simply to remind everyone out there that if you wake up one morning and it feels like an elephant has taken a haughty dump on your chest, first, check to see if an elephant has taken a haughty dump on your chest. And if it didn't, then get thee to the hospital. You see, my heart attack never hurt. So don't wait for the pain like I did. It nearly cost me my life, and you, the joys and wonderment of watching me with these updates. And think about it. If that had happened, well, Dave here would be doing these updates solo. Ooh. So, in this season of love and hearts, put your own heart on. Take care of your loved one by paying attention to their heart and yours. Dav.
That was very sweet, Steve. I mean, it was insightful and concise and sincere and best of all, brief.
Oh, well, Pithy is my middle name.
I thought it was Mildred.
Mildred Pithy.
Mildred Pithy, of course. Oh. And finally, with Valentine's weekend here, your purveyors of passion would like to offer a few Valentine's do's and don'ts with Dave and Steve. For starters, do tell your Valentine how attracted you still are to them after all these years.
But don't ask if their life insurance policy has been paid up to date or if his brother is still single.
Do hold their hand when walking out to the car and open the car door for them when leaving to go out to a romantic restaurant.
And on your drive to that restaurant, don't suggest that she opts out of supersizing her meal.
And finally, don't forget, if the evening ends how you hope, afterwards, they're gonna want to cuddle. Wow.
That's true, Dave. But do make sure cuddling was included in the price before they even came over.
And that's this week's special Valentine's Day Weekend Chamber of Comedy Update Special. Till next time, I'll be Dave Henry.
And I'm always Steve Burnett. And remember, when news breaks out, so do we. Thank you.
And good night. That went well, I thought.
Yeah. Feels like we never even missed a step,
No.
right? Well, not me anyway, so sure.
Steve, I didn't want to say anything when we were on the air, but I thought you said you were planning to lose like 50 pounds during our break.
Oh, well, I did, and I did, Dave. Except I gained 52 of that back.
So what you're saying is you didn't lose any weight at all, and instead you gained 2 pounds.
That's not what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. So,
Steve, I'm just talking to you about your weight because we're friends, and any weight gain can't be good for that heart of yours. And I mean, aren't you technically obese?
well, yeah, I'm not really much of a, as you know, not much of a tech guy. So, but speaking of hearts, I got you a gift. Being Valentine's Day and
Again
all.
with the
there
present,
you go.
Steve. I didn't.
I know you never do, so that's okay. There you go.
Oh, another box of chocolates.
Another?
Well, yeah. You remember you got Carol and I a box of chocolates for our anniversary, but there was a few chocolates missing from the box, so you gave me the receipt and you told me to make an exchange.
And did you?
Did I what?
Did you make an exchange?
Well, no, I never got around to that.
Forgot it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. So what you're saying is it really wasn't that awesome of a gift.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
No.